Ana from LSP Actions, and I am delighted to introduce you to the Maternity Vogue Photoshop Action Collection. I'm going to demonstrate an overview of this action set for Photoshop today using some stunning images from Ana Brandt. The Maternity Photoshop Actions are designed to work seamlessly with your Photoshop. No plugins, no extensions, no filters, nothing complicated. Photoshop Actions are already an integrated part of Photoshop. Once you've downloaded the actions, you simply click on the play button and the panel will appear here. I'm just going to drag this in a little bit if I can. Try again. There we go. I've just dragged this in so it doesn't come over the image. Your actions may look like this when you first load them in, kind of greyed out. And it's cool to use them like this. You can simply click an action and play it. But I much prefer to use button mode. Button mode is how actions are designed to be used. When they look like this, they are kind of editable, which meaning you can accidentally click something like these little ticks or boxes here and render your actions useless. To see them in colour-coded button mode, you simply come up here to the little lines and click button mode. And you can see here I've also colour-coded every section for you. The Maternity Vogue collection for Photoshop includes over 120 one-click actions for Photoshop to create stunning maternity images. The freedom is all yours with these actions. You can play, they will not take you out of Photoshop at all. It will use Photoshop commands. So if you're somebody who loves to have control over their images, these actions give you complete control over what you'd like to do. And if you're a beginner, these actions will also, create everything for you. So you don't have to fumble around with sliders. You don't have to kind of rely on your eyes and panic and not know what to do. The actions will take care of everything for you. They are non-destructive. They will not change your background layer, meaning you can click and play as much as you want. You can go back, you can alter, you can do whatever you like. The main point of these actions is they are fast. So to get started, I'm going to introduce the sections to you. Up here we have a title and a base instructions. These come up here containing the actions blah blah blah. You also have more instructions about these icons here. You will see there's little icons next to the actions, and these kind of give you a clue. You don't really need them, but they will give you a clue as to what you're playing. For example, these icons here mean slide the opacity. So you can play brighten, and then you will slide the opacity up here to adjust to your image. Because your image, your starting point on your image is going to be different to anybody else's image, which is why these actions don't rely on a one-size-fits-all. You can absolutely change whatever you like. You have a specialist section here for outdoor, low-key images, silhouette and high key. You then have this extensive airbrush section, which will solve all your problems relating to skin, the tones, the colours, the eyes, hair, the bump, sharpening, fabric, shading. You have a rainbow section here for rainbow babies. In the industry, a rainbow baby is a baby born after a loss, and this is very popular in maternity photography. But you often find it's the newborn session where rainbows are used, so why not use them in maternity? We have dress paint, so you can paint the dress in a rainbow colour. You have belly paint, which is great for underexposed, darker, more low-key images. You can add a pastel spectrum overlay wash, which is simply soft and beautiful, and you can add a real rainbow to your images. For those of you who are very savvy with editing, I've also included a full frequency separation action for you. You have backdrop line reduce, that kind of horrid line that you get in the backdrop, especially in a seamless. You can reduce that with this action. A background blur, great for outdoor. I will show you all of these actions in further videos. This is simply the introduction. And the LSP select and fix, this is one of my most famous actions. You can select an area, play the action, and it will remove it. You then have the finishing section. We have 4 different black and white actions, and then all these extra options to completely customise the black and white to your image. We have tints, which Ana Brandt loves. You have outdoor finishes here. These are lovely overlays. You've got fall, winter, moody, summer and spring vibes there. And then you have some finishes just to completely finish your hot image. You can have a hazy light and a dreamy glow, misty ground. You can sharpen, you can add contrast, a vignette, you can reduce banding. And then you have the Facebook resize actions here for social media sharing to ensure that when you load to social media, your image will be in the highest resolution possible. So without further ado, please move on to the other videos for live demos of how to use the LSP Maternity Vogue collection.